Good evening, everyone. Hey, Katie. Hello, Julie and Barbara. And congratulations to Julie and Barbara for becoming mods. Barbara, what's the last name? Barbara Russian, and Julie for becoming mods. Congratulations. Mhm. Hey, Katie, baby. I'm gonna wait for a few to see if any, wait for a few minutes, but I want to say welcome. First of all, welcome to Brooklyn Squad Real Life Drama, Real Life Crimes. Right? When I say real life drama, because there's a lot of drama in the streets, and the drama is the crimes. The drama is the crimes that's going on with the police officers, the authorities, the G violence, the pow pows. Um, uh, the black and whites, the Chinese and whites, the prejudice. All that stuff. Okay, all those things. So we do everything on this channel. And one of the things that today we're going to be doing is I'm going to be interviewing. So last week I bought you guys a case, right? Or it was a few days ago. I think it was a week ago. Yeah, it was a week ago. I bought you guys a case, and it was Andrew Hernandez, known as AJ, who was 13 years old, okay? And he was pow by a police officer. This was a child. He was a baby. 13 years old is very young, okay? 16 years old is very young, okay? This was a child, and he was pew by a freaking police officer. We watched the video. We watched the whole thing. We watched the video of how it went down, okay? And we also saw how they tried to cover it up. So we saw that, right? Now we also got to take a look at his sister, whose name was Neva Martinez. Okay, she was 16 years old, and she was pow by someone that we don't even know. The family doesn't even know who powed her. Now, they were brother and sister, and they were very close. They were very, very, very close. Hello, Kathy B. Hi, Barbara. They were very close. And we don't know who took these young babies out. So, what I do is I give y'all the story, a little bit of what's going on. But today we have a family member who is the aunt, so Stephanie, and she's going to be she's speaking for them. She's their voice. Just like I say, I am the voice for the victims on my platform, she is their voice because those were her nieces and her nephews. Okay. So when she gets here, we're going to be hearing from her. Okay. Now I know my time or her time is a little different. Okay, so she's in. So just hit the link that I sent you. Hey, Stephanie girl. She's so sweet, such a sweet girl. Let me see. There you go. All right. So she's their voice today. Okay. So just show her some love like y'all do everybody else. Y'all so respectful. We never have any problems on this platform except the other haters or whatever. But I changed a lot today, and we'll talk about that on the next live or what I changed. But other than that, let's welcome Stephanie. Hey, pretty lady. Wait, hold on. Maybe I could do it for you. Unmute you. Oh, I can't. You gotta unmute yourself.
Oh, I got it.
There
Hi,
you
how
go.
are you? Yeah. No, I'm trying to find good lighting, so Cannot
Oh,
bear with
okay.
me. Yeah.
Hey, Cody Voice. How are you feeling this afternoon?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Just here. How are
Just
you?
uh, I'm good. I'm good. I tell you about that later, but
Okay. Yeah, that's a
I'm
conversation
g-
for another day.
I'm good. I know I said this before, but I want to send my condolences again.
Oh, thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
I
We
just want to send
appreciate
my
that. Thank you.
condolences again.
Yeah.
Um, um, AJ.
Is the lighting good there?
Yeah, you
Okay.
good.
Yeah,
You
it's because
good.
it's just dark. Yeah.
Girl,
I'm
I
not
had
a.
my lighting was worse than that before until I repainted the house. It was
Oh,
green,
okay.
my
Yeah.
apartment.
Like I said, I don't do this,
I
stuff.
know.
So
It's okay. You're good. You're
no.
good. We want to get this out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're good.
So
The lighting is really good. Your
okay.
lighting is
No,
good.
I
Yeah.
just because I turned the lamp on, so I don't want there to be any reflection. If there is, just let me know, and I'll kind of move around here and there.
No, you are perfect. You're really good.
Okay.
They used to the
Cool.
lighting be listen, before this, my house was real dark, like a greenish or something. So you
Uh
can
huh.
imagine how dark it was with the light. We just painted it this color so it's more brighter. So you good.
Oh, got you. Okay. Nice. Nice. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so can you let everybody know who you are?
So, my name is Stephanie, and I am the aunt of Neve and AJ here in San Antonio, Texas.
And they were your nieces and nephews, right?
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
AJ. What happened to AJ?
So, I think we should start with Neve
Nevada.
because
Okay.
because that's what happened
Right. The
first, so
grieving.
yeah,
Got you.
so that way kind of people can kind of have a better idea, because if I start with AJ, I'm gonna have to backtrack to hers, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'd
Right.
rather start with hers because it'll make more sense,
Got you.
as
Because of
I'm
the.
explaining,
Hmm.
what transpired those days or whatnot.
Okay. Go ahead. What
So,
happened with
uh,
Nevada? Neva.
yes, so Neve, we are speaking about Neve Martinez here in San Antonio, Texas. Um, she had just turned 16 years old, April 29th, and she was unalived May 10th of 2022. Oh, Barbara, thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Hmm.
So I read the comment. Sorry, I'm really bad
It's
at reading
okay.
comments, so I'm trying to kind of make sure I'm paying
You
attention.
good.
Okay, thanks, Barbara. So, okay, so she was unalived May 10th of 2022. Now, I am going to explain this to the best of my ability and to the best of the knowledge that I have of what transpired in those events and what kind of detectives have told us so far, which is basically nothing, but it's kind of stuff that we piece together. Okay. So I'm
Okay.
going to use the word allegedly because, again, right,
Right.
these are things, right? I mean, her case is still open. And actually, today I just received, because I had put in a request for some records, like, of what the 911 calls and stuff like that, but everything was denied, because it says like there's a juvenile suspect, and I guess because they don't he's the person's a juvenile, they cannot release the name. I just yeah, I seen that today.
Mm.
Yeah,
Got
so
you. Okay.
yeah, so um okay, so what happened with Neve was, and I'm going to try to brief it. I don't want to kind of, because it'll be very long, but long story
It's
short,
okay.
um
It's okay.
so she was at home, and my sister-in-law had just gotten home. So my sister-in-law, she's a CNA, and at the time her hours were like 2 to 11 p.m. at night or whatnot. So my sister-in-law had got home, and my sister-in-law states that Neve was at home, and like everything was fine. She was in a good mood, nothing, like some my niece was gay. Okay, so I need to put that out there. She
Okay.
was gay. Her girlfriend was with her at the time, right there at the house. So my sister-in-law says everything was fine, like nothing was abnormal. My niece was laughing, smiling. She helped
Mhm.
my sister-in-law take some groceries out of the vehicle. And she was fine. Okay, now um my sister-in-law had to run to the corner store because one of my smaller nieces she got sick. Okay, so my sister-in-law said, like, she ran to the store really quick to go get like some Tylenol, whatnot, right, for my smaller niece that wasn't feeling good.
Okay.
So she came back from the store, and my sister-in-law says that Neve had told her, hey, I'm gonna go to bed already, good night. My sister-in-law says that she's seen her walk into her room, right? Like that she was already going to bed. So my sister-in-law said that she went to her room as well, right? But before all this, I need to kind of backtrack a little bit. So, the AC in the house had broke. So, like, they were outside and stuff like that when my sister in law got there, because this happened in May, right? So it's hot,
Mm.
right?
Right.
So they were outside while the AC was getting fixed or whatnot. So, well, they were outside. That's when my sister-in-law got there. That's how she ends up helping her, get the groceries off, whatnot. So she tells mom, hey, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. So my sister-in-law says she saw her walk into the bedroom to her room, right? And like she heard the door close. So my sister-in-law, being tired, right? Just got home from work. One of the kids is sick, right? She's,
Mm.
trying to get the baby, like better, right? So my sister-in-law said she went to her room, right? And I mean that everything was okay. But for some reason, my niece ended up leaving. Now, I need to
Mm.
state something, okay? So, and I always say this, right? So as I am explaining and telling, the events of what happened that night, I just want to say, and I always say this, I know, and the family knows that Neve wasn't perfect. She wasn't an angel. She was far from that.
Right.
All we are saying is that she didn't deserve to be alive the way she was. That's all we're saying. We're not saying, oh, like she was the best kid here. No, she
Right.
had her little issues, right? Like we all do,
He was
right?
a
But I
teenager.
mean, right, typical
Right.
teenager, very good. Yeah, so I just
She was
I always like to say
16.
that, yeah, because people
Yeah.
are like, oh, well, what was she doing? It's like people are always so quick to judge and assume, and
Mm-hmm.
so I always put that out there.
They forget that when
So
we were that age, we were doing work, probably way worse and stuff. I know I
right,
was.
right, right. And that's why
Yeah.
I said in one of the videos, like if you think your kid is, a good kid or your kid doesn't do anything
Right.
wrong, you got problems. You got some
Mm-hmm.
mental problems if you really
That's
think
right.
your kid is innocent, because
Right.
or doesn't do anything bad, because they do. Trust me, you might not know about it, but all kids
Mm-hmm.
do.
Yeah.
So
Mine's do.
so there was this kid that was staying at my sister-in-law's house, and that was the kid that had access to the vehicle, okay, that my niece was found in. Now my sister-in-law says that the boy was staying there for about, let's say, 2.5 months. Okay, two and a half. I go with 2.5, okay, just to be on the safe side. So that car was always parked at my sister-in-law's house, like across the street. Police always were always in that area. Like police always patrol that area, okay? And the officer that unalived AJ, that was his area as well, okay? So the kid had keys to that vehicle, so they didn't know that, well, my sister-in-law and them didn't know that car was stolen because the kid had keys to that vehicle. The
Okay.
the car, like I said, it's been there for 2.5 months in the street. Cops are, so never,
Mm.
nothing was brought up, right? So that's why after it happened with her, and they said, "Oh, she was found in a stolen car," we were surprised because we're like, "Stolen car," but the kid had,
Mm.
that kid had the keys all along.
Right.
So that was another thing that kind of threw us off as well. Now, so I don't know. We don't know what made Neve get in that vehicle that night. My sister-in-law says that for those 2.5 months that vehicle was there and that boy was there, She never once got in that vehicle. Never. Neve
And that
never got in
night,
that vehicle.
and
But
that
that
night,
night,
she was supposed to go to bed, but she left. It's
right.
like she got a phone call.
Very good.
Maybe
Very good. Yes. A phone
I'm
call, a
here.
text
I'm here.
message. Very good.
Right.
Yes. So,
Right.
again, she
Mm,
never been in that vehicle, nothing. So what made her get in that vehicle that night? Out of all the nights, why that night, right? That's another question we have,
mm.
right? Like she had never stepped
Wow.
foot in that vehicle, never been in that car, but she got in it that night. Okay. So from what my understanding is and from what we were told is that they were gonna go get some green. Okay.
Okay. Right.
So I cannot say who was the one that was buying it. I cannot say all that because I don't know. Okay.
Right.
I'd
Right.
be
It's
lying if I
okay.
said I knew. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
It's okay.
but all we know is that, she left with those kids because they were going to go buy some green. Okay.
Right.
So, from what we know, is they got to that location to go get the green. Okay. Now, what happened that led to those events? We don't know.
Was her girlfriend with her?
No.
Okay.
Her girlfriend had fell asleep.
Okay. So she was in the house sleeping.
Right, right.
Okay.
And then my niece leaves with
Okay.
the kids. Okay. So as of now, we are not sure if it was a total of four of them in that vehicle with my niece or it was a total of three of them. We're not sure yet. And I will tell you why right now. So they went to the location and they did get the green, okay?
Hmm.
But we don't know what happened that led to her being unalived, okay? So according to police, and I don't know how accurate this is, but this is what they say, is that she was the events happened somewhere else, but where she was found, that's not where like the pew pews happened, if that makes sense. That's what
Oh.
police say. Now, I don't know if that's accurate. I don't know. I'm just
Okay.
that's what I'm saying, allegedly, right? So
Allegedly.
allegedly,
I
this is
got
what they
you.
say happened. I don't know how true that is, okay? But I want to kind of throw that out there as well.
Okay.
So my sister-in-law gets a call, okay? And they tell her, hey, something happened to Neve, okay? So my sister-in-law's like, okay, like what? They didn't say exactly what. They just said, hey, something happened to Neve. Now, one of the siblings was out, right? Now I got to kind of backtrack because the area that this happened in, like if you Google it, it's a bad area here in San Antonio. Okay, it's just it's a bad area. Okay, so there's always like things going on there. Okay, so
Mm.
what do you call it? One of the siblings had heard, right, like the shots, or sorry, the pew pews, and he because they sounded so close, like he went to go see, because where my niece was found, it was like, so like let's say she was found in this area, like there's a little bridge, and as soon as you cross that little bridge, my sister-in-law used to live there, so it happened like not even minutes away from home, like where she was found. So because they were close, like like they're like, oh crap, like let's make sure, like things are okay, right?
Right.
So she got a phone call from somebody, right? And that person tells her, hey, something happened to Neve. So this was before my sister-in-law even knew she had been pewed, whatever, but she did get a phone call and they told her something was wrong. So then my one of the siblings goes, like, like down the street again, because it happened there, and they happened to see the vehicle that was stopped, but all four doors were open. Like all the four doors were
Wh-
left open. Go ahead.
right. Where were the other people at that she was with?
Ran. They got okay. So they took two in for questioning. They were not suspects. They took two in for questioning. Uh one of them, he ran. Okay, so one of them did get taken for questioning. He, from my understanding, and this is all alleged. Okay, I need to say the word alleged. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
he was arrested because he had a green on him, but then days later he was released. Okay, so what do you call it, when one of the siblings was driving down the street, they saw the vehicle. So they didn't know exactly what was wrong with my niece. They just knew like she wasn't, like something was wrong, like, so the sibling goes back to the house, right? But at that time, like, my sister-in-law is already coming out of the house because remember, she got a phone call.
Phone call, right.
Right. So they run through the little bridge and I mean, they found my sister-in-law, they found my niece. Now, I need to kind of backtrack because this gentleman had told my sister-in-law that he had seen some people run off, right? And that he didn't get really close to the vehicle, but he kind of like, I guess, like peeked it, like kind of like looked in. I don't know exactly what he did, but he looked towards the vehicle and he says that he seen my niece Neve, that she was in the back of the passenger seat. Okay. She was in the back of the passenger seat, and
Okay.
that she was like kind of like slumped over, like her head was kind of resting on
Like
the
that.
car, on the seat. Very good. Yes.
Right, right,
Passenger.
right.
Yes.
Got you. Got you.
Yes. But when my sister-in-law got to her, she was on the floor of the car with her head halfway hanging out of the car.
Somebody moved her.
Yeah. Yeah. That's another thing. It's like who moved her? Why did they move her, right? And then I have one, I have put up a clip, it's in Spanish on my TikTok, where there's a lady and it's like I believe it happened like in front of her house or like a couple houses down. It was close because what the lady says in Spanish is that she heard an argument between a woman, a girl and a boy, let's say, and
Mhm.
that in she's saying this in Spanish. So she says that the girl is screaming as she's like, "Help! Help! He's gonna unalive me." That she says she's hearing this stuff.
I
The
heard you
lady,
say that
yeah.
before.
And
Right.
she says that the guy is cussing her out and telling her like shut the F up, blah blah blah, and that all she heard was like the girl screaming and crying for help. And not even minutes later, like, like she heard
Here you go.
the pew pews. Yeah. Then this other man said that he heard the same thing. He heard an argument, but he didn't think anything of it because again, the area that it was in, he's like, I just thought it was another couple arguing, so
Right.
I didn't bother to think, like he didn't think anything of it. He just kind of brushed it off. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, you have those two people that are their stories
So,
are the same. And then you have this other man that says he saw her, but she was kind of leaning over, the seat, but then she
mhm.
was found differently, so
Do you know how many people she was with that night?
that's what I'm saying. We don't know if it was a total of four or a total of three of them.
Oh yeah, you said that.
We don't know. Yeah. Me personally, I think it was four. That's what I think. I think it was a total of four of them, including her, a total of four with her.
So everybody lived a step for her.
Yep. And police never told us this, but we ended up finding out, because of, I mean, when before we, I mean, put her to rest or whatnot, but we ended up finding out through somebody, that she was pew pewed three times in the back of the head. And they were very close proximity as well. Yeah. So,
So sorry.
yeah. So,
That's an overkill.
Right. Yeah.
3 times in back of the head?
Yeah.
That's a lot of rage.
Right. Yeah. And to me, it's like, like why was she the only one?
Right. And that's a lot of rage. Who hated her? Who was so mad at her or jealous?
Right. 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 Yeah. 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 So yeah, there's just a lot of things, that we
Right.
don't have answers to. Like I said, I put in, to get some information, but like I said, I just got an answer back from the police department and actually attorney general that, they basically they don't want to tell me anything.
And they still working on the case though.
I don't know if they're working on it, but the case
Well,
is open.
this case is still open.
Yeah, it's an open case. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
The
So
baby.
yeah, so that's that was one of the reasons why I decided to do TikTok for them, right? Open up a page for them because at the beginning, again, this happened in 2022, right? So we were so focused on my nephew's case, right? Because like his was like San Antonio police, that unalived him. So there was so much work that had to go into that, So there was a lot, that we had going on, that I had to kind of like, kind of put this on hold for a little bit to get that one going, So now that his case went to the federal courthouse on the 14th or the 17th, I'm not too sure, don't quote me, it's one of those days. Now that's why I was like, you know what, let me get this social media going for them, especially her, because I'm like, hopefully, they will you know uh find the city and find him accountable for what he did to AJ,
That's
but Neve needs justice, because I mean, police, they know who did it, but for some reason they're not arresting the person.
you said
That's
that,
what
but they do
Yeah,
know who did it.
yeah, they know who did it. Yeah. We have an idea of who did it too, I mean, allegedly. I'm going to say
Oh,
allegedly. Okay, allegedly, but
oh,
that's why it kind of like, I'm not going to lie, it upsets me because it's like,
why don't you
so
arrest him?
huh.
No, go ahead. I was saying then they need to arrest him.
Right, because there was ring cameras. Nowadays, everybody has ring cameras, okay? Everybody. So where this happened at, there was cameras, there was, I mean, they have her phone, they have things. I mean, they know who did it, but why is there no arrest, And that's why I was just about to say, it's like it upsets me, if I'm being totally honest. It's like they pick and choose what cases to work on and what cases not to work on, because look how they did the Savannah and Matthew. I'm glad, I'm glad those people are arrested, don't get me wrong, but they were so quick to work on that case, right? And it's
Mm-hmm.
the same thing, right? If we're being honest, they were doing illegal activities as well, right?
That's right. That's
So
right.
what's the difference with that and my niece's case, right? So my niece and those kids, they were gonna go, get the green, right?
Right.
So what's the difference, like that's why, like I was like, I need to speak up and talk about this, because like we need to have transparency all across the board, it's like, it's not right that, it's like they pick and choose what
Mm-hmm.
to solve and what not to solve.
That's right. I'm glad you said that because I've been saying that for a hot minute on here. We all been
Yeah,
saying it
and
like
some people get mad when I say it, but you know what? It's the
it's
truth. I'm
true.
sorry. And it's like I told you, I'm the type that I'm going to speak my mind regardless. That's how I am. I don't
Mm-hmm.
sugarcoat anything. I'm very transparent about things. The family's very transparent about things. But come on, so like, if you know who did this to her, why has that person not been arrested? You
Exactly.
have, we
So
serve
you
you things
waiting
on
for
a
them to do
platter.
this to another person out there?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah. So, yeah, so I'm not too happy with, Chief McManus either, or RDA here, because they fail a lot of families here. They do. I mean,
Mm,
look, there's
mm,
another
mm.
case here in San Antonio that happened in 2020, if I'm not mistaken, like Savannah and Matthew's case. It was a couple. The girl was pregnant. I don't know what they were doing. I can't speak on it because I don't know. I wasn't there, but they were
Right.
unalived as well. It didn't get the attention the way Savannah and Matthew's case got it. Why?
See?
It's just that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like they pick and choose what they want to work on and what they don't want to work on. And that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
That needs to change, because at the end of the day, they're all humans. They were
Wow.
all humans. They were all somebody's family member,
That's right.
and
That's
they
right.
were, whether they were you know, whatever they were,
Whatever. They were
they
still
had
human
right, they had
beings.
family behind them, and that's why
Mm,
they have us now, speaking up for them,
I agree.
because they're not here no more, so we have to be their voice.
That's right.
We have
Say
to.
that.
Yeah,
Mm,
we have
mm.
to be their voice, and that's why, like I'm like I won't stop this until we get some answers.
That's
So
right. That's what I
something
was
got to give.
saying. Did you? Well, we'll do that later. But well, I could say it now, I guess. I wanted to work on the group today. If you allow me to, help you work on the Facebook group for them.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
We
because
can
I
talk
don't
about
have
that
much to
off
do today,
topic.
but mess
Yeah, off.
around.
Yeah, off the
Yeah,
off camera,
off of
because
here. We'll talk about it off of here.
yeah,
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 because I
because of
don't
what
have
I
much
told you.
paperwork to do today, so I could do that.
Yeah, no, it's only because of what we talked about the other day.
Yes, that's what I said. Yeah.
I.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
wow, that's crazy. I'm glad you said that because I've been saying that for the longest. Like they pick and choose
they do.
who, what case, what the you know something? I was watching a movie, right? Because lately, for the last month or so, I've been watching movies about trafficking, kidnapping, and because I work on cases, so I think it's kind of smart to watch a movie about certain things and it gives me an idea and
Right.
then I bring it to here. And what I found out was it also depends on the views.
That too. Yeah.
Because a lady cop was like, there's a such and such child missing, but you're not paying attention. You're going on this case. And then the detective was like, well, it's something about we have a lot of views coming in for this child, or something like that. I
Wow.
said, what? Even though it was a movie, but I bet you in real life, something, I wonder, not I bet, I wonder
Yeah.
if that's also a thing, also.
All
You know
right.
what I
I
mean?
wonder
Like,
because if you think about it, like the Savannah and Matthew case here, right? Like for them, that's like,
the views went,
sorry, I was getting, give me
it's
a second.
okay.
Let me put this on airplane mode. For them, it's like that's a high profile case for them. So it makes them
Right,
look good. You know what I mean?
right.
It
That's
makes them
that's
look
why I
good.
think
That's
the
all it is.
mm-hmm, the
I've
views.
been, trust me, yeah. Ever since this happened
Oh,
to Neve
that makes
and
me
to
mad.
AJ, I've done a lot of like research and work and all that. And trust me, like, yeah, like for them, it's like it makes them look good,
Mm-hmm.
by
So
you
sometimes you
know
have to be your own
solving
detective.
that
That's
case. And
right.
oh my God, they put three people away and blah blah blah. Like it makes them
Mm-hmm.
look good.
Yes. She's we
Yeah.
are Cody's voice
Give me
says
a second.
sometimes
Oh
you
my
have to be
God.
your own detective. You are so right. You are
Yeah,
so
no,
right.
yeah. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people don't like to hear it, but it's the truth.
Mm,
It
wow.
is the truth,
That's sad.
because, I mean, yeah, it's just, I'm telling you,
Facts. But yeah, it's
I go
real.
down the rabbit hole with cases and my nieces and, AJ's, especially hers, because like it's not solved yet. At least with AJ, we know who unalived him, right?
Right.
But
We gotta
like
get with
with
that too
hers, right?
next.
It
Mm-hmm.
just opened up just a lot, to all this corruption we have. Girl, there's a lot going on. A lot. There's a
It's
lot of
crazy.
corruption. There's a lot of like, like, yeah.
It is. It
There's too
is.
much going on. So
Too much corruption. So many
too much.
cases
Yeah.
that woo, we
Right.
oh, I'm sorry. That's the hubby. I'm like, what is that noise?
Oh no, no worries. Yeah.
Um, AJ.
Okay. So now we'll jump to AJ's case. So um,
How
remember,
old was AJ?
AJ was 13. So um, Neve
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
alive.
Hold on for 1 minute. You can hear that noise in the back? Is that bothering you? The
A little,
noise?
not
That's
too
my
much.
hubby. Let me
It's
just
okay. Yeah,
turn.
it's
Let
okay.
me
Yeah,
just tell him to
it's
be.
not that.
All right, hold on. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
My hubby
So,
doesn't do Facebook or anything, right? So he just magically found Facebook and found someone after 30 something years. So he's like bugging out happy.
oh,
Okay.
no, that's nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that's funny.
Okay.
So,
AJ was 13.
13. Yeah. So, keep in mind, remember, Neve was unalived May 10th of 2022. AJ was unalive. He was unalive June 3rd, 2022, not even 3 weeks apart. So, now, um, when Neve was unalived and AJ was told about it by mom, he took it extremely hard. Okay. So AJ and Neve were very close. Okay. They were extremely close. They were like best friends, like they were very close. Okay. Super close. So when he found out about what happened to Neve, like he's 13, he didn't know how to deal with his emotions. He didn't know how to express his feelings. He didn't know how to do none of that. He was very upset. He was angry, that his sister wasn't here anymore. Like he was going through it. He went through it. So we think that it was just too much for him, that he ended up running away. He left the house. He ran away, I want to say 4 or 5 days after my niece was unalived. Don't quote me on the days, but it was between 4 or 5. My sister-in-law did report him as a runaway. Okay, I need everybody to understand this. Okay, he was reported as a runaway. Okay, while he was reported as a runaway, San Antonio Police Department found him in a trafficker's house, and they took him to somebody else's house. They didn't take him to mom. They None of that. They didn't even call mom to tell her, "Hey, we found your son and we dropped him off here." They didn't do none of that. So they found him in the trafficker's house. They took him to somebody else's house. He ended up leaving again. So he was a runaway. Now, the night he wasn't alive, we ended up finding out afterwards, okay? But he was at Neve's memorial site, okay, where she wasn't alive, okay? So he was there along with other people. They were standing, like hanging out right there. We were told, people are crying, laughing, singing, memories, talking about memories, whatnot. So now I'm sorry, I got to backtrack a little bit. So when Neve was unalived, there was a lot of police presence after that. A lot, like heavy police, like heavy police. Okay, even on one of the news clips while the lady's doing a new the news live, we're actually gonna do her balloon release. There is a lot of cops passing. You can even see them. You hear her, mention it. So there was like heavy police presence. I need y'all to understand that as well. Okay. So the night that this happened, he was at her memorial site along with other people, and they were there hanging out. Um, there was a police officer that was up the street, and he was parked up the street. His lights were off. Okay. We don't know what made this police officer decide to go that way, and he hit the lights on them. Okay. Like as he starts driving their way, he hits the lights. Okay. So AJ freaks out, right? He gets scared and he gets in a car and he leaves. Okay. When he does that, two of his friends go with him. I guess they didn't want him by himself. I don't know. Um, I wasn't there, right? This is what we have been told, okay? So he gets in the vehicle and they leave. Now, when we ended up seeing the body cams afterwards, whatever they showed us, in one of the body cams, there was a total of three vehicles that took off. But they ended up following that car that he was in for some reason, okay? So you can see one of the officers is behind a vehicle and he could have easily put that vehicle over and he chose not to. Why? I don't know. But they let that vehicle go. You see it on the body cam. So then this is Officer Spinoza that is behind AJ and his lights are on, okay? His lights are on. So as AJ is driving down a street, he notices that there's another officer coming his way, which is Steven Ramos, okay? Steven Ramos does not have his lights on, but he's driving towards him as well. So, and that as that's happening, you can see AJ reverses into a driveway, like I guess to like go back the same way he came. That's what it looked like in the cameras, okay? So as he reverses into that driveway, Officer Spinoza puts his it was a SUV cop car. He puts it right in front of him, so it blocks him. Okay. Officer Spinoza rolls his window down and he is giving them commands. Okay, he's giving them commands like, "Put your hands up." He's talking to them. Okay. At the time as well, the spotlight of Espinosa's vehicle is on the car. So you can clearly tell that those are kids in the car. You can see it. You see it. It's all lit up. You can see there are kids in that car. So Espinosa's giving them commands, right? And Ramos, like he approaches, like as he gets like there to where they're at, that's when he turns his lights on. And from his body cam, from his angle, like as he's pulling up, like he's very like jittery, like as he's trying to open the door, like he's shaking, like he cannot even like open the door. Like I don't, yeah, like he was like, yeah, like he couldn't even open it. He had like he couldn't even take his seatbelt off. Like he was already like excited. That's the best way I can put it. You know, like he was like already like hyped up. That's I guess that's the best way to put it. He was already hyped. So you see him put his SUV, his cop SUV, the vehicle in park. As soon as Steven Ramos opens that door, as it was like not even it was this happened seconds. He opens the door, he gets out, he pews into the vehicle. So as he pews into the vehicle, that's when you see the vehicle, it moves forward and it has contact with Espinosa's vehicle. So Steven Ramos runs to him. That's when he starts giving them commands after he pewed into the vehicle. He didn't give commands before. He didn't do none of that. After he did the pewing, he starts giving them commands. Then you can hear AJ. He like he's telling him like, "Officer, please help me. You know, I'm shot. I'm sorry. Please help me." So I don't know who opened the door, if it was Ramos or AJ. I don't remember. But the door is open and AJ does come out kind of like slumped over, you know, like kind of like holding himself on the side where he was, hit. And he's put on the floor. They Ramos cuffs him. He's searching him, and you just hear AJ like, I'm sorry," like, "Help me, please, help me." Yeah. So then you hear one of them say, "Where's the pew pew? Look for the pew pew," right? So they went up and down that street into everybody's yards, into everybody's trash cans looking for a pew pew, okay? They didn't find one. There was never a pew pew to begin with. There was
Unbelievable.
never one. Now I got to backtrack a little bit because I left something out. Now, There was calls that they showed us, right, when we went to go see the body cams. People were calling in, like, again, that neighborhood, it's a rough area. You always hear pew pews, you always hear arguments. It's like a daily thing. Okay. So
Okay.
they got like two calls or three or something about they heard pew pews going off in the neighborhood, right? So because of those calls, now that I think about it, their way of trying to like justify and clean their mess up, they associated those calls to him, which those calls had nothing to do with him at all. So they're looking for a pew pew. They never found one because there was never a pew pew to begin with. Like I said, they went up and down that street and like like crazy. Okay. They went through everybody's yards, everybody's trash, everything, everything. Nothing was found because they didn't have one. He didn't have one. So the driveway where he reversed, the person of that house came out after he heard the pew pew, right? And he started recording the aftermath. Okay, so we can see AJ's on the floor, we see all that, the aftermath, and you hear what's going on, and they're like, where's the f and this, and they didn't have, that's what's like mind boggling, is like there's nothing there, like save the kid, like save him, like save him, you know yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they left him handcuffed and they searched him. So as he's handcuffed, they put his hands behind his back. I'm answering her question. So they put his
Yeah, I
hands
know.
behind his back
Put it up.
and they're searching him. They're searching
Mm.
him, and then you hear one of them say, I don't know who it was, but they're like, look for the pew pew, and then they're asking like, where's the pew pew? It's like they didn't have one. Yeah. So then the person from that house
While
starts
he's
recording.
suffering.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Because keep in mind, he passed away at the hospital.
That's what I'm saying. They too busy looking for something that they made up in
That
their
was
head
never there.
while
Yeah.
this man is suffering, while this young
But
baby is suffering.
right now that I've looked into more cases, like that's their thing. Is like, oh, he had a pew
Right.
pew. That's why we did what we did.
Right. That. Oh yeah.
And
Mhm.
yeah. So yeah. So yeah. So you can hear in the video, the person that was in the back seat, um,
Do
that was
you?
AJ's best friend, okay? And you can hear her saying like, officer, please grab my phone, call his mom, please call his mom, like let the mom know
Mm,
what happened, you can
right.
hear her telling them this. They ignored her, they disregarded her, like they just like brushed her off. And she's
Wow.
like begging them like, please, please call, please, nothing. Yeah. So one thing, she took it very hard when AJ passed away. She unalived herself not too long ago. Yeah,
What?
yeah. I mean, she saw her best friend get unalived in front of her, so it was a lot for her, like she already had some mental health issues going on, she did. She suffered with mental health, but seeing what happened to AJ really really did her hard, like
I'm so
it, yeah,
sorry.
she took it very hard. Yeah. So yeah, she ended up unaliving herself not too long ago.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah. So
Sorry.
yeah, yeah, it's been a lot. Now this is another thing that I want to bring up because
Let me ask you a
yeah,
quick
yeah, yeah,
question.
yeah, sure.
That video, because we saw a video of that about AJ on
Hmm.
YouTube.
Of the pew
With the
pewing.
uh-huh.
Okay.
With
Uh-huh.
the cop
Yes.
and the whole incident that
Okay.
happened
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
YouTube.
Hmm.
And they try to make it up. Like we caught them in a lie and everything.
Well, let me tell you one thing. The video that they put out, it's different from what we saw when we went down there to
Mm,
see the
mm,
videos. It's different. They edited that video. That video is heavily edited.
mm,
It's very edited for sure.
mm. Wow.
Yeah.
Something else for.
So I need to mention this as well. Stephen Ramos, the officer that unalived AJ, at the time, this was 2022, at the time when he did that, he was barely on the force. I want to say 2.5 years. Okay. Prior to him unaliving AJ, he had already unalived another civilian. He unalived a 56-year old man. He was a veteran. He served for the country. He was having a mental health crisis. So his fiance, um, called 911 to get him help. Okay, because like he was trying to hurt himself. So they show up, and Officer Ramos unalived him, and it's crazy because what he said, I this is what Officer Ramos, his statement is, and it's in writing. Okay, you can request to those records, they're there. He says he feared for his partner's safety, so that's why he used deadly force. That's the same thing he said in AJ's case, that he feared for his partner's safety, and that's why he used deadly force. It's the same thing. Now, I want to bring something up, okay,
Yes,
because
we
this is
saw that.
extremely,
Yep. The
yeah,
same exact thing he
yeah,
said.
right. So I want to bring something up because this is extremely important. Okay. So if
Mhm.
you are, like if you're a neutral person and like you're a logical person, right? Like, because there's a lot of people out there that once they hear something, they run with it. They believe the police and they stick to it. Okay. So if you're not one of those people, I want you to hear what I'm gonna say. Okay, because it's gonna get you thinking. So if we're logical here, okay, Stephen Ramos says he did what he did because he feared for his partner's safety, right? That's what he said. It's in black and white. That's his statement. You can request it. It's there. Now, this is where I question that because Officer Spinoza was the one right in front of AJ, giving AJ commands, giving them commands. Don't you think if Officer Spinoza really felt that his life was in danger, don't you think he would have been the one to use deadly force? Like, just think about it, right? He's right in front of them, right in front of them. So, if his life was really in danger and he was really scared, he would have been the one to take action right there and then. He wouldn't have waited for Ramos. Officer Spinoza's life was never in danger. That's why
Exactly.
he was never in danger to begin with. That was their way. That was their way of trying to cover up something they did wrong. They knew they messed up. So their way to justify it is, oh, he was in danger. So the when Chief McManus came and did his preliminary report that night, he said, and this came out of his own mouth. He said the adult person in that vehicle T-boned the officer's vehicle. There was never no T-boning. Then on the following interview, he changed his words and he said, the person in that vehicle rammed the officer's vehicle. There was never no ramming.
He barely hit the vehicle. It was like a it
It,
wasn't even a
right. But if you think about it, the reason that happened was when Ramos pewed into that vehicle. I don't know, maybe like he might have pushed down on the gas, like it accelerated. You know what I mean? That's why it went forward, or he could have let go of the gas. We don't know, right? But you can tell, like, if you really pay attention to that video, that car goes forward and it has contact with that officer's vehicle because he had been pewed already. That's why. It wasn't that he did it on purpose or anything. No, he had been pewed. As soon as he gets pewed, he goes down. AJ goes down. I mean,
Mm,
that's
mm,
why that
mm.
it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah. So again, that's
Mm.
Officer Ramos's second unaliving of a civilian. In the first case, they didn't indict him. In AJ's case, they didn't indict him either.
He should still on the force,
He's still
unaliving
on the
people,
force. Yeah. So while
saying, I
they
was
were,
afraid for my life.
yeah. So he stayed on the force while they were doing the investigation that they said they did. He was on desk duty. He never went on leave, nothing like that. He was on desk duty. And then months later, he went back to patrolling. He doesn't patrol that area anymore, but he does patrol a different area. So he's back in the streets. And I'll say this, we have been told by somebody, and I don't like to put people's names out there, but somebody has ran into him. And that person like was so scared for their life because they said that like you could just see the evil in his eyes. That like he like that yeah, like they yes. Yeah. Like yeah.
And you could tell by a person's eyes too.
Yeah. And I don't understand, like, okay, like this is his second civilian unaliving. Why haven't they given that man an evaluation mentally, right? Like to make sure
Right,
he's mentally there, right?
right. I was thinking of that before.
Yeah,
Right.
because if you really think about it, if it was a regular civilian, me, you, whoever that done that, we'd be in jail right now. We'd be in prison facing
Yeah.
murder charges,
Yeah.
something. But because he's an officer and they protect each other, he still
I
has
see.
his job and
Mm,
he's
I
still
said
out
that.
there living his life
Mm-hmm.
while AJ is 6 feet underground. And that's not
And
fair. That's not right.
and and they supposed to go through those things anyway. That's one of their trainings. Seeing the psych doctor, all that stuff.
Yeah. Well,
Which they disobey the whole time.
with how things are nowadays, I'd be surprised if they really go through those. I'm just being honest.
Yeah, yeah,
There's
exactly.
so much corruption and so much things that they cover that it's like you're supposed to trust the police, right? Because they take an oath to protect and serve, right? But who are
Mm,
they protecting and who are they serving? They're protecting their own and they serve
that's
their own.
right.
That's what
That's
they do.
right.
They don't
That's
care about
right.
us. They don't care about us.
They
They don't.
are the biggest gangsters
That's the
out here.
biggest gang. I've always said that they are the biggest
Yeah,
gang in the United States. They
yeah.
are.
It's
They are.
oh my God.
Yeah. So
That's sad.
yeah. So yeah.
So
So
this
that's what
nothing. So they're
happened
not. They didn't
yesterday.
charge the cop, or nothing's gonna happen
Mm,
with AJ's
no.
case.
Well, when they did their so-called, little investigation, like I said, they didn't indict him. They dropped the charges. The city of San Antonio and the DA's office dropped the charges. But a
Unbelievable, man.
couple of weeks ago, we
Unbelievable.
took his case to the federal courthouse. So his case is in the federal courthouse. So yeah, we're going after the city of San Antonio and after Stephen Ramos. So
Good. Sue the hell out of them mother
yeah,
effers.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
And
that's
I know.
why I'm trying to get more awareness when it comes to Neve's case because like I said, I know we have an attorney on AJ's case. he
Right.
he's doing what he's got to do for that. For Neve, we need answers and we need closure for her. It's like I know we don't have the closure yet for AJ, but we know who
You
took his life.
know.
Yeah,
Right.
we know
Yeah.
who took his
Exactly.
life.
You know what's going on. Yeah. I got you.
Right. You know,
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
her, it's like like why has nobody been arrested? Why,
Mhm.
like
Right.
yeah. So
Do you have an advocate? We're helping you on these cases.
for AJ's, yeah, we are in I met some wonderful ladies, that do nonprofit organizations. So they have helped us, with that, for my nieces, no. That's why I started, the TikTok and we're actually in the process of open up our own nonprofit, organization for her, that way we can, be able to help other families in the same situation as us. Cause there's a lot out there, there's a lot. And it's sad because a lot of the families don't even know there's resources that exist, you know. I've Googled, and here in San Antonio, you know, I mean, there's some, but not a lot, you know. But
Do you have you need I think you need an advocate though. Somebody to have your back, somebody out there with you, when you be out there marching and
mhm,
whatever, when you be out there and stuff like that.
mhm,
Yeah,
yeah,
because this
yeah.
is crazy.
No,
This
I
is
agree. Yeah,
insane.
I agree. Yeah. So yeah.
Can
So
you
um,
tell us how was Nevada and AJ? What did they like? How was their personality? What food did they like? Like, tell us about them.
so Nave, like I said, she was gay. So she was like a little stud. She was a cute little stud. She was cute. I'm not saying it
I love that.
my name, but you know, she was, you know. And she liked to work with you know, her dad, you know, doing construction and stuff like that. I posted some videos on my TikTok of her, you know, where when she was working with him doing remodels and homes and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, she was a good sister, a very good sister, very very good. Very, yeah, she helped a lot, you know, with the little ones. And yeah, yeah, so she was goofy. She, you know, like, yeah, her and you know, the other siblings, they're just all of, you know, just all goofy. But yeah, she at the end of the day, you know, like I said, she wasn't perfect or none of that, you know, but she wasn't like bad either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like you know, it's like, yeah, she made mistakes here and there, you know. She probably hung around wrong people here and there, but she was barely like like she was still a kid, you know. She was probably learning about life,
Yeah,
stuff like that,
right.
you know. Yeah, you know, that's
Just
why
beginning to learn things. I mean, she was a
right,
baby.
she was a baby, yeah, you know. And that's why, you know, my
Right.
sister-in-law says, you know, like before, you know, she passed, because, you know, my sister-in-law goes to church, you know, and stuff like that. So she started taking my niece with her to church. So my niece had got baptized and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah. And you know, I mean, yeah, so it was just like that kind of puts comfort in her heart as well, knowing like, you know, she knew God, you know. I mean, she was a believer. And you know, I mean, it comforts mom to know that, you know, at least like she got baptized, and you know, she gave her life to God, you know, before that happened. You know, it sucks, you know, that she's not here anymore, you know, because like nobody deserves to be unalived by the hands of anybody else, you know. Doesn't matter what, you know. Like, I'm a firm believer in that, you know, that like we don't
I
have the right
agree.
to take anybody's life. We don't, you know,
That's
like
right.
that's not on us, you know, that's for God to do, you know.
That's
Like,
right.
even to judge, you know, like we are nobody to judge, you know, because you know, I've always been taught this. It's like when you do this, it's like three fingers are pointing back at
It's
you. So
coming
like when
back
you're
at you.
blaming, three
Yeah.
fingers are coming back at you. So
That's right.
they always say, you know, like before you judge somebody, like make
Look
sure,
at
you
you.
know, your house is
Mhm.
in order, you
That's
know,
right.
before you
Make
judge
sure your
anybody.
house is in order first.
Right,
Let
you
me
know.
ask
So
you a question.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
The crime scene, how far was where she was pow and was AJ?
A street apart.
Or Mercy.
Because remember, he was at her memorial site and he
Right.
drove off
And
to the next street. Yeah, like, yeah.
can you tell them how many weeks apart was this
It
also?
was about 3 weeks apart. She was unalive May 10th. He was unalive June 3rd.
It's heavy, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like we were not even able to properly grieve Neve, you know, because this, you know, incident happened with AJ, you know. So yeah, you know, mom's been through a lot. I gotta give it to her because she, you know, by the grace of God, she got through it, because, she lost two kids, and then CPS got involved and took the four small kids. So they took, it's like she lost her kids, like she went through it. She went through it. CPS put her through hell also, like yeah, that's another story for
It's
another time. But
crazy.
they set
And
her up bad. Yeah, they
why
did
did,
her bad.
if you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
why did they take the baby?
Um, they they took the younger four because they said, because basically, in other words, the way we understood it is like it's her fault that Neve and AJ got
Are
unalived.
you kidding me? No way.
No, yeah,
They did not.
they sure did. Yeah. So it was her fault that they were unalived. Yep.
But they are not taking these kids away from these mothers that's out there
Right.
selling their kids for
Mm-hmm.
$20. All these cases I've done like
Or
that.
they're unaliving their own
Unaliving
kids.
their kids,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
beating the
yeah.
hell out of them, throwing them out the window, burning them.
Yep. I know. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
hell no.
yeah, yeah, yeah. She went
Hell
through a lot.
no.
Yeah. I mean, the kids are back home, they're back
Oh, they
home.
are back home?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
because I was about to say, what do we got to do to get those babies back?
Oh no, girl, I'm
Do we
telling you,
need to
it
do we
was
need
it was
to do we need to email these mother effers? Do we need
yeah.
to make some call? Girl,
Yeah.
I
No,
was
girl,
about
trust me,
to go
we
ballistic.
yeah.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to
Yeah,
get
no,
into
no, no,
okay.
yeah, no. We
Woo.
got them back home. Yeah,
Okay.
we got them back home. We
Okay.
went through it, but we got them home, and they're home, and they're happy,
Thank
and they're
God.
good. I mean, what's sad is that
Unbelievable.
they removed them when AJ wasn't alive, so they were like not even able to even go to his funeral. That's sad. Yeah. So, they have their little,
Hey.
issues, not issues, but they go through it here and there, because of what they've been through. They've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been through a lot. And I mean, I got to give it to them because they're some strong little kids.
How
Cuz
many? Can you tell
four
us how many?
four
Four.
little ones. Yeah. Well, they're not like little, but yeah, four smaller ones, yeah. But
Wow.
they are home already, so they're good. They're home. They're home
Yes.
with mom, and yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
They're just trying, to learn how to navigate life, without Neve and AJ, trying to just kind of, they
Was
take it
they
day by
going?
day.
Was they before I continue,
Yeah.
I want to ask if you don't mind. My Patreons, Kathy B and Katie, would you like to come up? I only allow my Patreons. That's one of my things. Like if I have an interview or a movie night,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. That's good.
yeah, they're allowed to come up, or that's just something special for the Patreon people. Since I'm not monetized on here.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine.
Yeah, Kathy B and Katie, would you like to come up before I continue? Just let me know. No, he didn't. How he get on here? My fiance is in the living room commenting on here, girl.
Tell them to go follow my TikTok, my son.
I will. He don't know nothing about social media.
It's
I
funny.
don't
I
even know
didn't either, but you know what? I'm learning, girl. I'm learning.
girl.
I'm learning. I'm learning here. Yes.
Oh,
So
that is so funny.
that's funny. Hey, at least he's giving you views, girl. That's good.
Yes, I can't believe it.
That's a good thing.
Okay, let me drop the link for y'all if y'all want to come up. Hold on. Invite. Dave, I see you. Thank you, baby.
Oh, that's you there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, I hear you talking, but I don't know if you're there right now.
Say hi to my
Oh, hello.
interviewer.
Oh,
Hi.
babe, I was talking to Ann.
Baby, I'm doing
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
interview.
Okay. Hello.
Hi.
Everybody said, "Hey, Dave."
Oh man.
All
That's
Thank
right.
you, David.
funny.
Thank you. Oh yeah, I text you something. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
honey.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
inside.
Okay.
It's okay.
This is the first time that ever happened. Oh my God, that is too funny. I dropped the link for y'all. He is too funny, girl. He wouldn't know how to type hi in the damn thing. I don't know how he got over here to my
That's
live,
what
but that's
he's
too funny.
learning.
He's learning,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's learning.
That's he used to do sanitation. So when he
Mm.
be on his little thing, he be on the sanitation trying to do. I'm be like, child, please. I dropped the link, y'all. So the link, Katie and Kathy B. You did really good. You're doing really well. Um, I know
Oh, thank
that you're not used to this,
Yeah.
but your aura and it's just like really good and how you speaking and you have a good vibe about you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, like it's just really good. Like, yeah, you're doing really, really well.
Thank you.
And I really want them to get justice. I really do. I'm so sick and tired of the police just doing what they want
Right.
and not getting consequences. Like
Right.
you
They
still
don't hold
feel
them
bad.
accountable. Yeah, they don't hold them
Yeah,
accountable. That's what I was saying, it's like they protect and serve their own.
right.
That's what
That's
they do.
Katie.
Oh, hi, Katie.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Likewise.
All right. Kathy B said, I'm out at the store right now. Okay, Kathy B. But no, but she's praying for you
Oh,
and your
thank you.
family. Okay. Go ahead, Katie. If you want to say anything, ask her anything.
I guess my thing is, have you asked any of the neighbors for their camera footage, or are police saying that you cannot do that?
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I know police took um some of theirs, but if I'm not mistaken, like they don't have it anymore.
Oh,
Hmm.
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
Thank you,
very.
Julie.
Hmm.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's weird.
And what kind of gets me too is like when it comes to Neve, like the news interviewed those two people, right? So the lady didn't want to show her face, but it shows her hands. The other gentleman, he shows his face. Like, I don't think they ever went downtown to be questioned at all.
That's what I was That's what I was wondering if they've been questioned, and especially camera footage for her, because I mean, you have answers for AJ, which is nice, but it would help you give you a more direct answer as to
Right,
who it
right.
was, and you know.
Yeah. Because I mean, like I said, everybody nowadays has Ring camera, right? So like the following day I remember I like we walked it and we drove by and like there's people had a camera. So something's on those cameras. But I mean, I know when we tried asking them, it's like it wasn't available. Like they didn't have it. I don't know if like police told them not to give. I don't know, like I really
Mm,
can't say.
That's
weird.
wild.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is. That's very. I wouldn't. I forgot. I didn't even think of that, Katie. That's a good question. Because I didn't even know about Ring cameras and none of that stuff, girl, till recently. I was like, what's that?
Oh,
But when you do social media, you start to know about a
yeah.
little bit of, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
Ring
yeah.
cameras. I was like,
So,
oh,
yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what their holdup is, but I mean, something's got to give, and
yeah.
yeah, and it's like I told my sister-in-law, my brother, it's like I'm not gonna stop until like we get answers, like I'm gonna keep, like you know, uh The owner doesn't have it on their phone. We've tried talking to them. They don't have it on their phone.
Mm,
Trust me, we would have had that by now.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Damn.
would
Wonder
have had
if
it.
they could reach out to Amazon for the Ring department and see if they can pull footage from at that time. Because I have a Ring doorbell and I know it only saves for a period of time. But I don't know if they have a setting to where they have it to where they can like release the access from that date.
Mm.
Yeah, because I know I have like some Ring, and I know like if you have the subscription, like the videos they go to a cloud, and
Mm-hmm.
like they're there forever. At least with the ones I have, right? But I know that you can have. They were trying to edit the video or get rid of the evidence. Yes, very
Mm.
good.
Yeah,
Bingo.
right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like they got it, right? Police, but like now the people don't have it. So
Mm.
there's
Right. So
something
they either
there.
took the access from
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
those people, so you couldn't get it, or they're making them say that.
Very good. Yeah. That's yeah, very good. That's why I mentioned earlier. I don't know if police told them don't give. I don't know, but yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Oh,
more than likely, unless say allegedly officers took it to where they don't have it, so it doesn't come back.
right. Yeah, it could be that as well. Yeah. Because if they were able to get it, then that means that, allegedly, let's say, right? That means they had a subscription where, things go to the cloud, because like you can use Ring and it'll like, it's not going to record, but you can, like, if you log on, you can see real time events, if that makes sense. But if you
Yeah,
try to
live.
backtrack for yesterday or something, nothing will be there because you don't have the subscription. At least that's how
Correct.
mine works. I don't know.
Yeah, that's how mine is as well.
Okay, very good. Yeah. And everything goes to the cloud. Everything, everything. It could be from years ago, because I remember I was looking for something like 2 years ago and I found it,
Oh,
because it's
wow.
on, yeah, it's on a cloud. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
See,
So
I don't have that. I ain't got no
yeah,
ring.
it's like a yearly subscription. You pay for it, and it's like it saves everything into a cloud.
Oh, shoot.
Hmm.
I don't
Yep,
even
that's
know.
how my outside cameras are as well. It saves everything.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The
So that's what I'm saying. I'm sure that's what they had, because if they were, able to get it, why are we not able to get it?
hmm
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
when the
but
when the Vader was oh, go ahead, Katie.
Oh, I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
Oh, when the Vader was pow that, I'm just thinking if there was cameras over there, street
I mean,
cameras.
yes.
I can say allegedly you can say that it did happen somewhere else, considering where the pew pew were located. I
When you
mean, where her markings were. Because
when
if
the
it would have
Vader,
happened there or in the car,
I was
there
thinking
would have been proof. Because it was the back of the head, correct?
Right. The left side.
Yeah.
so it's
See,
got
but
it.
she was sitting in the passenger side of the vehicle, back seat passenger side, and she was hit on the left side in the back.
It's got to
Yeah.
be like,
So if
cause
it would
you
have came from the passenger rear side, it would have been the left or completely in the back. Or what? Yeah, it would have been from the right side if it would have came, like if somebody came from the right side. I guess it could have happened from the left, but
Well, I mean, the only logical way it would have happened would have been from the left, because if she's in the right side at the back of the passengers, it would have hit the right side. This is my right now. Your left. It would have hit here, but she was hit here. Like
right.
this part. So it had to have come from the left side. But what's interesting is like she was the only one, nobody else.
right. So I'm like, damn.
So
Right.
whoever
Yeah,
was in that back seat with her as well, why they didn't get hit, but she did.
exactly. I guess that's what I'm trying to piece all together.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You got to kind of read in between the lines sometimes when it comes to this,
Yeah. And
like
also, don't they be light cameras in those street lights too?
I don't think those do. That's an old neighborhood
Oh,
and like
right.
yeah, it's not like your newer ones where they do. That's a old neighborhood. But like I said, everybody, I mean, that neighborhood now, like everybody has ring cameras. Everybody. Like there's like, and even if a house doesn't have ring cameras, the neighbors' cameras catch what's going on anyways. Because at least I know mine do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like let's say my neighbor doesn't have cameras, I can still see what's going on. Like you know what I mean? And all in the front. Let's say one, two, three houses. You know what I'm
And
saying,
there
right?
was houses over there, right? So,
Yeah, yeah. I was in a neighborhood. Yeah, yeah.
right.
In front of houses.
Mm,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, there was cameras. People had cameras. Yes.
yeah. Those
Yeah.
cameras caught it.
Right.
Hmm.
And they caught whoever ran off.
Yep.
They caught all that. Yes.
Yep. That's why the cop know who it is because he already looked at them cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly.
Yeah, right. Allegedly. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah. That's another thing that kind of gets me too. It's like she was in the back passenger seat and she was hit on the left side. So whoever was to her left mysteriously just happened to miss those and.
Hmm. Do you think it was one of her friends? Allegedly.
Allegedly, I mean anything.
Like a setup.
It could have been anything. We
Yeah.
don't know,
You don't never know. Yeah. My don't mind me. My brain be going
No, yeah,
anywhere
no, trust
because
me. Yeah, no, yeah.
you
Because
can't
that's
trust me. People say you're your friends these days, and child, please.
right, right. That's what I'm saying. Like, so whoever was sitting to her left, they just missed getting hit. Like,
Right. It
yeah,
just don't. Mm-mm.
like
Wow.
to me, that don't make sense. At least to me, it doesn't.
Gotcha.
It's like, so whoever was there,
Mhm.
like, I don't know. It just doesn't
Do
make
you know
sense.
who was there with her that night? You don't. You don't have to say on here. I'm just asking.
No, we do. Yeah, we do.
You
We
do?
do.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Could one of them have been jealous? That's what I said too, Julie.
Maybe, because like I said, my
Praying
niece
for
was a little stud and she was a cute little stud.
you. Yeah,
She
she was so
was,
cute. I saw the picture. Yeah.
like that they were beautiful kids, and it's sad, that I always tell my kids, there's no such thing as friends nowadays because your so-called friends, they're jealous of you. They hate what you
Hmm.
have. They want what you have, like you got to be very careful,
Yeah.
because it be the close ones to you that be
Share
doing
that.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. So
Ooh,
I wouldn't put anything past anybody.
that's right.
And I don't, like because anything is possible.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah. That's right. You got to be careful,
Yeah.
especially, I was looking at a content creator's channel. She does crime. I was just, ragging through her channel, and she was talking about a young man told his family or his wife or somebody that he was
Mm,
going on a little trip with his friend. He ain't ever make it back.
wow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no such thing as friend nowadays, like, mm-mm.
Hmm.
And then
It's
what's sad
crazy.
is like everybody, like, not, well, not everybody, but like the kids nowadays, like, they're
Mm.
just so quick to pull it up pew pew. It's like it's
Right.
nothing like back in the day. It's like
Throw the
you get
hands.
a problem with
Right.
somebody, you throw hands. I'm sorry,
Right.
but that's
Yeah.
what it was.
Like,
Now it's
what
like
happened with the fair one, the one on one, throwing the hands and then keeping it moving? You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right, right. Now no, it's like I don't, yeah.
Now it's like I pew 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 you and your
Yep.
family
Yeah.
and this and that and
Hmm.
damn, why we gotta take it there?
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
you gotta go
But
like that.
I wouldn't put in I wouldn't pass put anything past anybody. I'm sure there was some of them that were jealous of her. I'm sure of it. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean? So uh, anything is possible. you know
Oh, Shaquetta Robinson's case, her too.
there we go. Yeah, look what they
That's
did to
another
her. That
one.
was so sad.
Oh
So
my
sad.
God.
What was so sad is like, oh, she didn't even fight back. She like, you could tell
Right.
she wasn't a fighter. Like, I
Right.
mean, that's like, you bullied
Oh.
that girl to death.
Mm,
And then, what's
mm,
even more
mm.
sad? Her so-called friends just recorded it and let her do, like, they let that other person
Just bags on, or
just
just
beat her
bags on her
literally to
to death.
death, literally.
Literally.
Like, that was sad. That was a sad one. That was very, that one hit me hard too.
Wow.
When I read about hers, I was like, oh my God.
I couldn't believe it. I said,
Julie, no, no, there, nah,
oh, does she have a ex-girlfriend that could have set her up?
no. If anything, allegedly, I would say it was probably you know, um, the people she was in the car with. Allegedly, let's say,
Allegedly.
yeah,
Because she was going to go to bed that night. And then all of a sudden, allegedly, she might have got that phone call or a text.
something, yeah, that
Something that
made her
led her
go.
out the door, that into that car where she never been in that vehicle, that car's been sitting there forever.
Right, 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 right. Yeah. So,
Forever.
yeah, yep. What made
She
her get into
never,
that vehicle?
right.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes, Kathy
Oh,
B, you don't know who to trust these days
you
anymore.
don't.
It's
Yep.
sad. It's really sad.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What
So,
can we do for you and your
um,
family?
if you can just push their TikTok out. I'm trying to, get their names out there. I'm trying to get their
Page on.
names to be heard and to be known. And really, I'm just trying to get them. Like I said, both of them need justice. But we need to find out who did what to Neve, and why.
Sure do. For facts.
So really, if you guys can just, follow their TikTok
Let me see.
page, share their videos,
I'm trying to put your thing out now. Here it is. I should have been put it on my thing. I forgot. I'm sorry.
it's
I
okay.
usually do that. Mm. Oh, wait a minute. How come I can't get the okay, maybe like that. It won't let me copy your page. Can you do it?
Oh,
Oh wait, I think I got it. Hold on, copy. Maybe that went to the clipboard. Let me see. Let me go now. Let me put on the thing live and see if it went for me. I think it did.
you got it?
Let me see. Yeah. Yes, I got it.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
All right. So please go support her. Push her videos out. Push, push, push. Push, push, push. And go support her channel so we can get this out. You're new at making the TikTok, right? For them?
Yeah, I'm learning. I'm learning.
You go, girl.
Yeah, I'm learning. Yeah.
Julie said,
Thank you,
absolutely. We'll get
Julie.
it out there.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I need to go to
Okay, make
take like a TikTok tutorial or something. I need to learn. I mean, I kind of learned the little basics, but I need to kind of learn some more stuff. But yeah, I'll get
Yeah.
the hang of it.
Oh, I've already done that. Kathy B. I got so many. You ain't know that? She said, Jazz, you can make shorts of the TikTok page. Girl, you better go check out my TikTok page, Kathy B. Every crime that I do on here, like every video I do, I make a short and
Oh,
I put it
gotcha.
on TikTok
Oh,
every time.
okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, but Kathy B didn't know, I don't think, because I don't think she's on TikTok. Yeah, I've been. One of my videos is got 1 million.
Nice.
That's the Cardi B thing. One time I did a Cardi B giving birth. I don't know what the girl is saying.
Oh my God. You know, I
But
just figured out, well, I didn't figure it out, but
the rest of them is crime.
I noticed on TikTok, like there's these like trends that are going on, you know, like where like somebody says something and then, you know, it's like you could kind of imitate it as well, you know. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
You
so
gotta look at
yesterday
that.
I made one, you know, because to me it was funny. So I was like, let me get on this trend too, you know. So yeah. So I'm like, oh man, there's some really cool ones, you know. So I'm like, yeah, 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 yeah.
I
So
didn't
I
know
just figured that out yesterday. Yeah.
that.
So every day I'm like, I'm learning something new on TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah. But the only thing I don't like about TikTok is what I heard about them is that when you start making money with them, right? Which I'm not there yet because I need, well, damn, and that's another thing. You need 10,000 followers
Oh
to start
girl.
making money with them. Girl,
I'm
I'm
already
like,
stressing
God
out because
damn.
I don't even got 1,000. I'm over here like, what
We're
am
gonna
I
push
doing
it.
wrong?
We're gonna push it. We're gonna push it. You're gonna get your
I'm
1,000.
like, what am I doing
But
wrong over here? Like,
what I heard about them is that first of all, they run by Chinese, right?
yeah.
Katie?
Uh-huh. They are.
Yeah, I think Katie
Yeah.
when I told me that when you get blocked or you get kicked off or something like that, all that money that you done made, they keep it. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't
so
like
if you're like live and you get the gifts during that live and you end up banned, whatever you made that live is gone, typically, unless you get it back.
Oh
that. You
wow.
can make if you make a 5,000 or whatever, because somebody on YouTube was complaining about that. They made a couple of G's on TikTok and they didn't get their money.
Oh
But
Couldn't
wow.
get that at
Jasmine,
all.
what we could do in order for her to grow her account on TikTok is you go live and then even though she's under 1,000, now you can get in the box. She won't have camera access until she hits 1,000, but she could get in your box and explain her story, and you can tell
Oh
people to
yeah.
follow her.
Okay. Yes. 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 Like I could go live on TikTok and you
She
come in.
can request to come in.
You know
Yeah.
what? Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody's done it before and I got in the box and they were able to see me too.
Oh,
Oh.
cool. All right. I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
yeah,
doing
yeah.
that
I don't know
too.
how they did it, but they got me in the box. Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I'm still. you gotta teach me that too, Katie, because I'm still kind of new on TikTok.
I will.
But
I
I'm gonna
will.
learn
I
it.
will.
Huh?
I
Huh?
will.
Okay. Yeah. How? What is the box anyway? What the hell?
Kind of
You
like
said the
this,
box.
what we're doing right now.
So
Oh,
there's
that's
a
what you
thing in
call
the
it.
bottom of the
Yeah.
screen that's like pink and blue, like people or
Okay.
purple or something that says multi guest, and she would hit that and then say she wants to go live with you, and you would have to accept it.
Oh, I seen that before. Okay. Okay. Okay.
You
Yes, we
see,
could
but
do
I
that.
think in my case, the way they did it was they sent me an invite
Yeah.
to get on
Otherwise,
the
you can click on
panel.
her username and invite her as
Yeah,
well.
and then
Oh,
I got
okay.
a little thing and it said like join live, like
Doing live or something.
accepted
Okay,
or
got
something.
you.
Yeah,
I've
so
seen that before.
yeah,
Okay, yes,
yeah,
we could
yeah.
do
So
that.
it would have to be you to like
Invite
request
you up,
me. Yeah,
request
very
you.
good. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
So you have to so wait, I thought you can go live with five. How many you need to go live?
1,000.
How
To
many you
go
got?
to personally have her own live, she needs 1,000. But TikTok has changed and updated to where she can go in the box. She has 621 followers.
Okay, almost there.
We're almost.
Almost there. We're gonna get it there. We're gonna get it there.
It's more
I just
getting
did
there, but
1,000
once
over
you get
here.
there, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
get it there. We're gonna get it there. All
Push
right.
it,
So
Jasmine.
yeah.
Push it nicely.
Yeah, I got you, boo. I got you.
Push it, girl. Push it.
Push it to all the groups too, because that's what I be
There you
doing
go.
when I finish my little live here. I put my all my videos to a lot, so many groups that does crime,
Okay.
groups,
Yeah.
groups, and
Nice.
they, they be accepting it a lot of times, and
Okay.
that's how. And then I put it on, uh, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, like. Then I got another Facebook, a true crime Facebook, so I put it over there,
Okay. Yeah.
and
Nice. Yeah. Oh, God
just
willing, you put it out,
doing.
it'll
We
do.
gonna get it.
Yeah,
Yes,
for
we
sure.
gonna push it,
I
supporting each
mean,
Yeah.
I
other.
don't need followers and I don't go live on TikTok, but if I needed to jump in the box in order to get people from my page in there too to help it grow, I will.
She does, yeah. Katie's awesome. She's a
Oh,
big supporter. Yeah, she's
nice.
a big supporter.
Awesome.
I
Yeah.
got a really good, some nice people over here. Julie is amazing. She's one of the new Brooklyn squads.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah.
Barbara, she will push your thing to here to California. Uh, so yeah, Barbara over here, Barbara Russian. I just made her a mod today. She is so awesome. She will very help push your stuff.
Oh, thank you,
Very help.
Barbara. Yes, girl, push it
Yes.
out there. Push it out there.
And Kathy B, she shows up. She's really big on showing up.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Oh,
So it's
awesome. Yeah, no,
amazing.
I appreciate you, ladies.
Yeah.
Thank
Who else
you.
is over here?
Yeah.
And I love no judging over here. Like it's very, yeah.
Yeah.
You have the haters that be watching,
Oh, of course. Yeah.
but
There's always going to be those, regardless,
you
like
know,
haters, stalkers, all that.
stalkers, haters. But like I said the other day, hello, motherfuckers.
There you go. Who
You
says
know
that?
where
I'm
I
like,
got
who says
that
that?
from? Blueface.
Oh,
Blueface,
God, you're right.
Blueface wife. She made that video, and they be
Jaden,
saying that in
yes.
the video.
That's my.
That's my, that's my, that's my. I don't know why I say I watched it twice, but it came in my mind
Yeah. That's
last week.
funny.
So I just,
That is
hello. It was
so
so funny
funny.
though. Sometimes you gotta laugh at stuff.
No,
You know
that's true.
what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta
You got to
laugh at
make light
stuff.
of some situations sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah. Very true.
Julie said I can get her to Illinois.
All
Okay,
right. Yes,
Julie.
Julie. Girl, get me anywhere you can. Thank you. I love it. That's
Oh my
amazing.
gosh. Can you tell us a little bit about AJ?
Yeah. So AJ was 13 and he was a dreamer, that boy. Like he would always be telling my sister-in-law, like, um because mind you, my sister-in-law worked a lot, or she works a lot still, so he would always tell her, like, Mom, I'm gonna get you a big house one day, and you're not gonna have to work anymore, and
Aw.
he was a goofball too. He loved dancing. And one thing about him though is, like, I mean, they both had very good hearts, both of them, like, I
Mm.
could speak for both when I say this right now, like, if somebody needed something, like, they'd give it to them. Like, they always made sure, like, others around them, like, let's say, like, mom made food, for example, right? They
Right.
always made sure everybody had food before them. Yeah,
Aw.
yeah, 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 yeah,
He was so
yeah,
considerate. Oh, he had a
yeah.
good
Very,
husband.
very, very, yeah. And
Mhm.
like I said, he was a goofball, loved dancing, joking, cracking up
What
on
was his sign?
people. Huh?
What was his sign? His
Oh
horoscope.
God. October. What is October? I don't know.
Oh, I
Sorry.
don't
I'm not
know.
I'm not too crazy. I'm not, I
I
just know I'm
don't
a
know.
Scorpio. That's
I
it.
was
I
just
couldn't tell you
I'm
about
a
any other
Capricorn. That's
sign.
why I asked what
Oh,
was
you
their
think, yeah.
sign.
I'm not too big on the signs. Like, some people be like, what's the water signs? I'm like, I don't
I
know.
don't know about
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. No, I got sorry. Yeah, no, I
He
can't
was a
tell that.
baby. I know,
Yeah,
Kathy
yeah, he
B.
was. Yeah.
13.
And he was very handsome too. He was a cutie pie too.
They both were so adorable.
Both of them.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah, yeah,
gosh.
yeah. Yeah, for
Yes.
sure. Yeah. So,
Oh,
yeah. So, they, like I said, my sister-in-law had, well, now it's 8 of them, but it was a total of 10 kids. So,
big
yeah.
time.
So they were very close, they would help out a lot when it came to the younger ones, like, yeah. So, they're missed a lot, because, like, you know, they would like sometimes, because where my sister-in-law used to live, like it was like her house and another house, and boom, the elementary school was there. So like they would walk them to school sometimes, help
Aw,
do their hair. Yeah, just a lot. They were very, very
aw,
like close as siblings, and with mom. You know what I mean? So
that's good.
yeah, yeah. So like I said,
That's
they're
good.
missed a lot, because like they don't have that anymore. Like they were so used to like being walked to school by them, or
Right.
being picked up from
Like
and
AJ and
it's
Nana's come,
different.
one of them they knew one of them's gonna walk them to school
Very
and one of them's gonna pick me up or
yes, yeah,
aw,
yeah. So
wow.
they miss that a lot. Yeah, and my sister-in-law just she just
How's she
misses them
doing?
in general. I mean,
How's she
she she's holding up. She's hanging in there. I mean, like I said, she's been through a lot, but by the grace of God,
mm,
she's held it together, and yeah,
only God, that's right, by the grace of
yeah,
God. Yes.
and she just keeps pushing. Like yeah, so yeah,
Wow.
she's been through a lot. I give her a lot of credit, and I just because like
Yeah.
as the aunt, I know, what it feels like, but like as a mother, that's different. Like I
Right.
can't even,
Whew.
I cannot even try to understand how she feels, because it's totally different.
Those
It's
were her
different.
babies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
A few weeks from each other.
Right,
Like, didn't
right.
even have
That's
time to grieve her daughter.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like
Like, Jesus.
yeah.
When I found out, I was like, wait a minute. And then when I was looking at it, there was a report I was looking at on when I Googled it. And
Uh-huh.
the report says something about 3 weeks from. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh man.
Yeah.
So sorry. Please send our condolences to her too.
I'll let her know. I'll let her know.
Please.
Thank you. Yeah.
If
Yeah.
she
So
need anything, if you need anything, we're here. I'm here. Phone calls to make, besides pushing videos and stuff.
right, right.
Phone calls, emails, who can we call? What can we do? We're here. I'm here.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You
Yeah, no, I
know,
appreciate you, Jasmine. You're awesome. Thank you. Yeah.
thank you. You too. You
Thank you,
know,
Barbara. Yeah.
you
No,
said,
yeah. So yeah, we gonna keep fighting and pushing until we get something done, So
yeah. And
yeah.
prayer works. So we're
Right.
going to keep praying and keep
Right.
praying.
Right.
Prayers are action too. So we're
Right.
gonna do our part by keep pushing these videos and go
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok and push her videos. And I'm gonna be out
Right.
of her. And now I know I'm gonna go more on because I don't go live on TikTok like that. But now I will be.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Now
No,
I will be.
appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
To add you, so you can get your story out more and more and more, and on Facebook.
Yeah.
I would push it on
And
Patreon too.
huh?
I would push it on Patreon too.
Oh, my Patreon, right? How does that work? You mean my Patreon?
Yeah. Can't you share like your, hey. Can't you push it like through your YouTube video? Like post that and then we could do a live on it.
Oh, see, they teach me stuff that I don't know. I'm telling you, they
That's
teach
good.
me
That's
stuff
good.
I
You
don't
have
know
a good
sometimes.
support system.
Yeah, a
We all
support
need one.
system. That's right.
We all need one. Yeah.
Yes, we'll talk about that after. That's a good idea. Yeah, I know. That's duh. Because I got a little, Patreon thing. You know what I mean? Yes,
Okay.
that's a good
Yeah. Yeah.
idea. Yeah, we could talk
Yeah.
about that
Anything to
after.
help. We appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Mom appreciates it. Dad,
yeah.
everybody does. Family does. So we appreciate it.
Instagram, Instagram. What I was gonna say. Do you have a Patreon? Do you have a what's that other thing?
I don't
Like
know
a,
what that is.
a cup of coffee. What they call that? Coffee cup or whatever. I don't know. We'll talk about that after here though.
Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. All right.
yeah.
No, sounds good.
Get you,
Yeah.
get you set up and stuff.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Uh, oh, okay. Good night, Barbara. Good night, Mamita. We're about
Thank
to
you,
end it
Barbara. Good
now.
night. Thank you.
Good
Yeah.
night.
No, yeah, no. Thank you, Jasmine, for giving me the time, to come on your platform and,
Of
speak about
course.
Neve and AJ and, getting their
Hmm.
names out there. So I know we'll talk more
Oh
offline,
yeah,
but
you
yeah,
know it.
I
Of
appreciate,
course.
you
Yeah.
letting me, speak about them and, just to get their names out there. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
because you know how you this is how God works, y'all. I didn't meet her through like she sent me the video, like none of that. Well, let me tell you how this happened. This is so crazy. Ain't it crazy how it happened? Let me tell you
Yeah.
how God works. Someone sent me her video, right? In a message through TikTok, like a private message, right? And I looked at it and I was like, it was her talking about her story. So I was like, oh. And then she said, and then the cop thing, and then her niece, and I was like, oh my God, these are babies, you know? I'm thinking it's her that sent it to me. So I said, my condolences, such and such. If you'd like, I will put it on my platform. And then I found her, so I sent her a friend request,
Mm.
and she says, "Oh, thank you for sending me a friend request." And she commented on one of my TikToks, and then I said, "Wait, somebody sent me your video." And we're thinking it's like a hacker or whatever. Someone stole her page, this and that. So, but it wound up being they was trying to tell me it was one of my followers on TikTok who was trying to say, "Hey, look at this. Can you share it? She needs help." That's what it was. So
Mhm.
they was actually trying to help her. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it was love. And then
Yeah.
that's how I
So
found out.
whoever that was, thank you.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah.
I
Thank
can't
you.
pronounce the person's name, but I'm going to send her a message and say thank you.
Yes.
But that's how it was. So that's
Tell
how
her,
God
tell her
works.
thank you from me too. I appreciate
I
it.
will. I sure will. And that's how God works. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
it's like,
Right. Yeah.
wow. And I connected with her and then we started talking and she told me about it. I was like, oh, yeah, I definitely got to put this out.
Yeah.
You
For sure.
know, you
Yeah.
know, this is just wow. I keep go ahead, Barbara, go to sleep, girl. I keep dozing off, but I want to fall asleep. But I just last night. Go to sleep, girl. Thank you for supporting us. Um, Kathy, Katie, do you have anything else you want to ask? You good?
The only question that has crossed my mind, and it might seem crazy or wild, but considering that they were so close together, was it the same vehicle involved or no?
No, it's two different vehicles. Mm.
Well, we're gonna push this, and thank you so much. Do you want to add anything else?
No, no, no. I think I kind of
Good.
mentioned everything, but
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be in touch again.
Yeah,
So we
definitely.
can always, yeah.
Yeah.
If somebody has questions or whatnot, we can always do it on the next video we do or whatnot.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
going to say
Yeah.
that too. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah.
could do it on the next one. So thank you for
Thank
coming
you.
up and
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Yes. Katie, thank you. Thank
you're
you.
amazing.
Yeah. Thank you
You're
guys.
welcome, and I will help share and do whatever you need as well.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. All right, everybody. Thank y'all for supporting the channel. Please share this video. Please, 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 please. Let's get this video out. Let's go over there, show her some love. Let's spread her videos. Let's do what we can. And let's keep the most important thing though is let's keep her family in prayer.
Amen. Yes.
Let's keep her family in prayer. And until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. All right. See you guys. Mwah.
Bye.
Much love. Bye. Thank you, Katie.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye, guys.